You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. It's going to be 82 degrees, partly cloudy, stray shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. Mostly clear, though, in the evening. And it's going to be a beautiful day here in the neighborhood.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
Right?
I'll take it.
Absolutely. A couple things you need to know about the market before things open. U.S. stock futures are a little changed on the last day of August, and global markets are mixed. Apple is still in fallout, if you will. Shares in Apple are flat in the pre-market after closing down 0.8% on Tuesday. Company was hit by a $14.6 billion tax bill by the European Union. The ruling by the European Commission had already sparked transatlantic war of words, with the White House calling it a transfer of revenue from U.S. taxpayers to the EU. The Irish government, which was ordered by the EU to recover unpaid tax from Apple, meets to decide its next steps at 6:30 a.m. Hey, Ireland, you got to go get it. Good luck with that. Interesting. Three big developing economies are reporting a gross domestic product on Wednesday. Nigeria slumped into a recession in the second quarter as GDP fell by more than 2% compared to last year in the start because of sharp drop in oil production. Brazil is due to release second quarter GDP figures on Wednesday. The country still gripped by its worst political and economic turmoil in decades. Suspended President Dilma Rousseff is standing in an impeachment trial, and the economy is expected to contract 2.3% this year, which happens. And India will also release its GDP figures later today for the quarter ended June, offering a very different picture. Data are likely to show that India is still the world's fastest growing major economy, despite concerns over the pace of reforms. H&R Block in the stocks sheds 6% during extended trading after the company issued quarterly earnings on a Tuesday afternoon. And here are some things to watch. Private space exploration company Orbital ATK will post earnings ahead of the open and after the close. Reports are due from Salesforce.com, Five Below, and don't miss this, Angel, Shoe Carnival.
Shoe Carnival. Mm-hmm. It is a carnival in there.
It can be. Mm-hmm. It can be. So that's what you need to know before the open. We know what you really want to know. It's time for You Choose the News. That's the game show at the beginning of the hour that, well, we've actually choice is binding, and we hope you enjoy. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ass kick coffee. I will make it up.
Well, I don't want a made-up story.
Okay.
Then a made-up story?
Then I won't tell you what they said.
You don't know what
Go
they
ahead.
said.
Tell me a story.
You're going to make something up.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Did you hear about the guy who posted a picture to his chemistry teacher trying to fake that he was in the hospital?
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
So he posted a picture of him in the hospital to get out of his chemistry test.
Oh.
And if closer examination of the picture, he's not actually in the hospital. He just has a bed sheet.
Oh.
It's a piece of paper for the little bracelet, hospital bracelet.
Yeah.
And it's his earbuds in his nose acting as the oxygen.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he get busted?
It didn't say whether or not his professor busted him, but the internet totally got it. They're like, those are earbuds. This is funny.
Dirty rat.
This is
Thousand shares. Wow.
So you can't see the McDonald's
No, producer
story?
Bill, every time I bring up the McDonald's story, it covers it up with, you've got to answer this quiz and play this game.
Yeah, that's
so I clear that, and then the story goes away.
Yes.
But the story is about McDonald's responding to yet another worm issue.
Yes, and yet another one. Nicole Ellison was dropping her kids off at school, and she was swinging through the drive-thru at McDonald's, and she got her usual breakfast sandwich and a large Diet Coke. She was headed to do grocery shopping. As she was putting her groceries into her car, she reached for the remnants of the Diet Coke, realizing by now she'd drunk about 3/4 of the beverage, took a big swig, and there at the bottom of the cup is a worm.
I don't believe it. Okay, so I'm throwing the flag on this, okay, because I know a couple of things. First of all, it couldn't have been in the Coca-Cola product because that is a sealed and contained system.
Yeah, it's a totally contained system.
It's not likely, in fact, it's horribly unlikely for the worm to be in the cups because they are stacked and produced away from the point of origin.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's all
how they're stacked,
And it's in a mechanical environment. At every McDonald's has a mechanical thing, so there's no opportunity for a worm just to drop in.
And the way the cups are stacked, you're absolutely right. They can't get into that.
Where is this located?
This is located, scroll.
Is it in Kentucky?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah,
okay, so
Village
it's not
Center
even in
Drive,
Kentucky.
Noblesville.
The two worm stories that we delivered yesterday both took place in Kentucky.
I know.
And so I'm throwing shade on this, and frankly, I'm starting to throw shade on the other two as well.
I think so, too. I just don't think the fact that you get these worms that are popping up in McDonald's and it's always in the food and the cups. I don't believe it. I think this is some sort of an internet like trend or hoax that's going on.
I agree.
Well, and they're not in the restaurant when they discover the worms.
Exactly.
Interesting. And the two worms from yesterday's story in Kentucky, both exactly the same little green caterpillar worms that you see, little inchworm doohickeys. It's just too pat.
Yeah, and this woman said it was an earthworm.
When was the last time you saw an earthworm anywhere other than the sidewalk?
Yeah, exactly.
After a rainy day.
It seems very, very unlikely.
All right, Producer Bill, thank you for bringing clarity to that story. There was a story.
I do think that your story would have been much more fun.
I would have just said, because I got the gist of it before it got covered up.
Hey, you got like 30 seconds.
I would have said, here's the deal. She said it was in the Coke. I don't believe it's possible. And I would have given you the reasons that I gave. So thank you. Appreciate both of you.
Take the coffee story.
All right. I'll say it one more time. It should be the last time I say it. Ass Kicker coffee contains 80 times more caffeine than regular brew, but it comes with a health warning. Viscous Coffee, a cafe in Adelaide, Australia, sells a cup of super coffee that contains 5 grams of caffeine, 80 times more than a normal cup of Java, and half the dose considered to be lethal. It's called,
Holy zing.
All right, so that's that. We don't need to talk anymore about that.
Is that
about kicking coffee?
The Death Wish coffee or something? No, don't they have a lot?
It's literally called Ass Kicker coffee.
No, I know, but I'm thinking about the Death Is it called Death Wish?
I don't remember. The Super Bowl winners.
Yeah. Do they have extra caffeine in their coffee too, maybe?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just regular coffee. Okay. I'm alive. He's alive. A woman fights to prove that she's alive after the government proves her dead. Where would this take place in the grand scheme of the world? In Roy, Utah.
In Utah?
Yeah. 64-year-old woman is alive and in pretty good health, but for some reason the SS administration believes she died on July 2014, and they're not willing to overturn it. First world problems. We'll be back with more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
YourMoneyYourRetirement.com. That's YourMoneyYourRetirement.com.
This is Hugh Hewitt for townhall.com. Throughout American history, some elections have been driven by resentment and revenge. 2016 seems to me to be one of those. Only a relatively few voters are marching door to door this year, inspired by Hillary Clinton's or Donald Trump's personal stories of triumph over long odds or their promises of a new morning in America. Quite a few voters are campaigning because they are very, very ticked off at one thing or another, or at many things. The real question is, what comes after this campaign? Come January 2017, the Congress has some pretty heavy lifting to do, beginning with a depleted Defense Department and some long time coming but suddenly arriving consequences of the Obamacare death spiral. Staying clear of the resentment election is going to empower some of the veteran legislators to try and tackle some of the deep-seated problems. Neither of the presidential candidates is going to arrive at 1600 with a mandate, but either is going to have one heck of a headache and not much of, if any, a honeymoon. I'm Hugh Hewitt.
Are you worried about having enough money to retire on your terms? What about taking that anniversary trip you've been dreaming of? If you answered yes, and you're a homeowner who's at least 62 years old, now is the time to call Acclaim Mortgage and learn about your options for a reverse mortgage. Acclaim Mortgage knows there are myths out there about reverse mortgages, and one of them being that the lender becomes the title owner of your home if you take out a reverse mortgage. Well, that's not true. Did you know that you'll still be the title owner of your home if you take out a reverse mortgage? Acclaim Mortgage is here to help answer all of your questions about reverse mortgages. Locally owned for over 20 years with an A+ Better Business Bureau market, Acclaim Mortgage is your go-to for assistance with reverse mortgages. With home values so high, now is the perfect time to call Acclaim Mortgage. So think beach and call 303-753-9400 or visit acclaimmortgage.com. Again, that's 303-753-9400 or acclaimmortgage.com. Call or visit the website today, 303-753-9400 or acclaimmortgage.com.
So you thought that putting off your hearing test for another year wasn't a big deal. Well, maybe you should think again. I'm Barbara Jenkins, Colorado's first board-certified doctor of audiology. For the last few years, we've known that untreated hearing loss increases your risk of dementia. Now, a study from Johns Hopkins shows that untreated hearing loss actually causes brain shrinkage. Not only does this affect your communication ability, but it also affects your memory as well. It's just one more in a litany of studies that underscores the importance of treating your hearing loss now, not later. For a synopsis of this study, or to have your hearing tested, go to advancedaudiology.com or at 303-649-2122. Hearing problems are easy to
Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. Angel and I are here to help you get your business right and maybe give you a little guidance on what to do during the Labor Day weekend coming up. This is going to be the first year, I believe, since 1954 that Sneagrab is gone. That's the Sports Authority stores. Of course, you know Sports Authority. Inglewood-based retailer failed to find salvation. No Sneagrab.
No Sneagrab. Bargain spelled backwards.
Yep.
Wow.
There's no more Sports Castle. There's no more Sports Authority. And for the first time in more than 60 years, there will be no Sneagrab. The Dean of Labor Day ski sales was created by the Gart family in 1954 when, the story goes, Jerry Gart and a fellow ski retailer wrote the word bargains on a napkin and then flipped it over. Now, that doesn't mean there's not going to be any deals to be had on winter sports gear and stuff over Labor Day weekend. Christie Sports, Powder Days, and Colorado Ski and Golf's Ski Rex will pick up the slack.
Okay,
well, those have both been going on for a while.
Sure.
And so
there will always be somebody.
Yeah, but there will be nobody lined up on Broadway waiting for their gear. That poor Sports Castle. What do you do? Another company that is struggling and found out yesterday that they're struggling even more than I thought. This out of August 10th. The owner of sports bar chains Fox and Hound and Champs filed for bankruptcy earlier this month. Did not know that.
There's kind of a, is this like bankruptcy filing month?
You know, I don't know. It seems like there's some businesses that are
before
folding.
we even go, I mean, we kind of recognize we're getting ready to go into the final stretch of the year. Probably the writing is on the wall, probably has been on the wall.
Well, this is the second time that the owner of Fox and Hound and Champs has filed for bankruptcy in the last 3 years. I should say that those two organizations, different ownership.
Now, so all Fox and Hound?
Well, Dallas-based, Fox and Hound and Champs is owned by Dallas-based Last Call Guarantor, LLC. And they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy early Wednesday, back in the first part of the month here, citing $10 million to $50 million in assets and $100 million to $500 million in liabilities. I'm thinking there's a lot of difference between $100 million and $500 million. When they filed back in 2013, at that time the company had $119 million in debt. So this is affecting 48 Fox and Hound locations and 23 Champs units, along with 9 Bailey Sports Grill restaurants. Also franchises 5 different Champs locations. We lost a couple of Champs locations here in Park Meadows and in Aspen Grove. They were there and now they're not. Fox and the Hound up in Westminster closed its doors over the weekend. We found out about that yesterday, as we thought we were going to.
Yeah, as we showed up.
Have a party there.
Yeah, as we showed up, we showed up to prep for an event we were hosting there last night.
Yeah.
Even after having confirmed the space.
We've got a number of friends who work at the Lone Tree, and we called Lone Tree yesterday and asked what's going on, and they said, "Oh, we're good to go." I don't know how much the local following Quaker Steak and Lube, Buffett's LLC, Johnny Carino's, and most recently Logan's Roadhouse. So just a heads up, you never know when things may go south. But if you're looking for some place to go and something to do, remember that coming up over the weekend, downtown Denver's a good place to be. A Taste of Colorado is rocking it out.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And they're bringing in the cool people. They're bringing You ever heard of the group Boys to Men? I'll make love to you like you want. Should I stop that? Probably.
Please.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boys to Men's going to be playing at the Taste of Colorado. So is Taylor Dane, Blues Traveler. Earl Dibbles Jr. is coming. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. And the Afters. There's probably a couple others. Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band's coming. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun weekend, right?
And turkey drumsticks.
And turkey legs.
Yeah.
That's like the best part.
Right.
The best part. Mm-hmm. They get like $20 for a turkey leg now.
It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a throwaway piece, but boy, they love them,
right?
And so they're getting all the money. So there you go.
Very nice. All right. Well, it is pretty sad when you've got these restaurants that just kind of close. Sometimes they are our favorites, like our favorite watering holes, so to speak. And yeah, with no warning whatsoever,
No.
you just show up and they're just not open anymore.
That's exactly right. And you heard all the hoo-ha and hullabaloo about the EpiPens? Mm-hmm. Well, there's somebody who's making a difference.
Yes, we know.
No. There's somebody who's making a positive.
Oh, a positive difference.
One
solution not just a raise.
That's correct. One solution of soaring price of EpiPens, build a replacement that costs a fraction as much. What a great idea. Jim Duran of King County Emergency Medical Services told a reporter in his local area that his agency did exactly that in 2013, building its own injection kit. Excluding the medication, the kit itself costs about $15 with all supplies. And the dose of adrenaline? That's between $2.50 and $5.
Not $600.
Nope.
I mean, $600.
Not $300. Not $150.
Not even $100.
Nope. The cost of those EpiPens.
The rate hike of
an anaphylactic shock, you are going to likely die because they don't have the resource.
And yet we're discovering that
it costs less than $50. It costs less than $20.
Right.
To do it right.
You know, to get them into.
We're here saying that you should have some you should get a profit. That's okay.
Sure.
But $600? Shame. We'll be back with more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Show on Denver's Money Talk 1690 KDMT. Have you checked out ExperienceProsDeals.com yet? Why don't you do that while we take a quick break?
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no further than experiencepros.com. Wondering what we can do for you? Ask any of our members, or better yet, call our office today and speak with one of our visibility experts. 720-344-2446. That's 720-344-2446. Hey everyone, it's Eric. We're currently in a news break, but you can check out all the resources Experience Pros has to offer by visiting experiencepros.com. There you'll find the Extreme Customer Service Directory, information about our membership community, leads groups, networking events, and so much more. Are you looking to increase visibility for your small business? Look no.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk 1690 and moneytalk1690.com.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. My office is up there, man, and it's sweltering. So we use one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. My allergies are going crazy. So my AC is running constantly, and the only cool place in the house is the basement. My wife's starting insisting we buy a new air conditioner. And that's when I called the people at Air Swap. Air Swap showed me my furnace and air conditioner. Swap 303-761-0729. 303-761-0729. And you can check them out on the web at air-swap.com. Air-swap.com. That's 303-761-0729 or air-swap.com. Yeah, I'm really glad I called Air Swap.
It's a difficult decision. When you finally decide to have your hearing tested, where do you go for professional care? Tens of thousands are spent every week on ads trying to convince you to come in for a free hearing test or a sale that's this week only. For professional care, I suggest you take a different approach. I'm Dr. Barbara Jenkins, owner of Advanced Audiology. I have 25 years of hospital and clinical experience treating both hearing loss and tinnitus. My first suggestion? Ask your physician who they would go to, not just who's on their list. Who do they trust? Second, go online and search Doctor of Audiology and then type in your area. You don't want an evaluation performed by a technician or hearing aid salesperson. Your hearing is a serious concern, so you should treat it as such. For more information, go to advancedaudiology.com or call 303-649-2122. Because at Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
Two of the greatest concerns that most Americans have, especially as they grow older, are their health and their financial well-being. America's Wellness Clinic is dedicated to providing sensible health care solutions and practical wealth-building strategies. Medicare's annual wellness visit is the flagship of the clinic's health-related services. They pay 100% for the visit with zero copay. America's Wellness Clinic also offers Beamer technology, an application that boosts circulation, regenerative abilities for injuries, and increases mental acuity. And America's Wellness Clinic provides a simple test that reveals which prescription drugs will work best for you. And what about your financial well-being? America's Wellness Clinic provides continuous seminars and information about reverse mortgages, insurance, tax and estate planning, long-term care, housing transitions, and alternative investments. Let America's Wellness Clinic provide you with sensible health and wealth solutions. Call 303-985-4604 or visit them online at americaswellnessclinic.com.
Run into Boulder Running Company today for their end-of-season sale through Friday, September 9th for the best deals of the year. Save up to 60% on running shoes, apparel, and accessories. Stop in for a free gait analysis from their running experts to make sure you have the right fit for you. Gear up for all your running and training needs this season and visit Boulder Running Company at one of their 5 locations in Boulder, Colorado Springs, the DTC, Littleton, and the Cherry Creek Shopping Center. Save up to 60% at Boulder Running Company. Sale ends Friday, September 9th. Shop online at jackrabbit.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you with us.
All right. So do you know the SBA recommends that every business plan should include how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts to a business plan. Did you know that?
No. Did not know that.
Did not know that. Well, here's what every business plan should include. The first part is the executive summary.
That's like a snapshot of your business, right? That's
yes.
The top level. It's a one sheet.
A one sheet. That's a good idea. A good explanation. A company description.
Okay, that's describing what you or your company does. If you have a service or if you offer products, you describe that in your company description, okay?
Should include a market analysis.
Now, this is where you're going to have to get the sleeves rolled up a little bit and figure out how to do some research on your industry, whether your market is out there. I mean, do you have a product that people are buying? It's kind of an important piece.
It is an important piece.
What about your competitors, right?
Right, and have you even determined whether or not there is a market?
And that's exactly what this is all about. You've got to prove. Because what is the point of a business plan? You're going to take that, and remember the SBA, they give loans. The whole point of this is to say, here, I need a loan and I need you to give me money. I need you to believe in the fact that we have A, a market, B, customers, C, a viable product, and we can prove it.
And we can prove it. You know, and it's also to provide you with direction on knowing that you've got a viable business.
Sure.
And not just a hobby, I think.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times we have an idea, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have a business plan. Other parts of your business plan, according to the Small Business Association, the SBA.gov, is the organization and management structure.
Yeah, the company or the SBA wants to know, how are you going to structure, is it a hierarchical structure? Is there one leader at the top and everybody answers to them? Or is it a what they call a team or a flat level model, and that's a team as the acronym, together everyone achieves more. That's a flat level team approach to the kind of thing. And again, the other part of the business plan is to give you guidance on how you do your business every single day.
Right, and it's, I think, sometimes shocking to know that there are multiple options for how you can organize the management of your business. Marketing and, what comes next? Service or products. So descriptions of the products and services that you're offering.
This is where you don't want to cut corners. You got to tell in great detail, the greatest detail of what it is you're offering and how it is, going to be packaged and or presented to your clients and or customers.
Your marketing and sales plan, how you're going to market your business, what your sales strategy is.
Isn't it interesting that when we're talking about a business plan, that marketing and sales is an important piece to that, and yet so many small business owners, A, don't have the business plan, which is probably why, B, they don't have the marketing.
They also don't have a marketing plan or a sales plan.
Right.
They think if I build it, if I open it, they will come.
I've got great cookies.
Yeah, and I'll have a vendor. Maybe I'll do them at a trade show.
Right.
How are you going to find those trade shows?
Right.
And are they seasonal? How is that marketed? How are you marketing that you're going to be at the trade show? Because it's not just enough to be at the trade show. Funding requests.
How much money are you going to need for the next 3 to 5 years? Again, small business owners so often overlook this. They're not thinking that far ahead. What they're thinking is, I've got enough cash to open the doors. And sometimes the doors are my house.
Right. Well, what's interesting, too, is
That's where you supply information like balance sheets, all of the what are called KPIs, the key performance indicators, and you need to provide these things in your business plan.
Right, and then an optional section that might include certifications, permits, resumes, and such, right?
Right.
And so there's a lot of moving parts to a business plan. You can see why people get stuck here.
Yep.
It's too much information. I just want to go. I just want to create my product. I just want to be, making cookies, like you said.
All right. So if you're going to write this plan, here's what you need to know: research, research, research.
Right. But also don't get so stuck up in having the perfect plan, right? What do we say? A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a lot of times you can also get over caught up in the research where you paralyze yourself instead of actually doing something with it, putting some action to it. and going forward. However, it is your responsibility
Come on.
to know everything you can about your business,
Yes.
about the industry that you're
Yes.
entering into, your product, your consumers, your marketing. I mean, it is your responsibility.
You need to know your audience, and there's no other explanation for it, So I agree. Don't swing the pendulum all the way to I'm buried in research and nothing gets done. We need a little less talk and a little more action. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you know what you're talking about when you get into the business. And it's critical.
It is. Now, when you're putting together your plan, it's a roadmap, right?
Yes.
So you can see what's coming down the pike, recognize some different obstacles that might be coming your way. And if you're self-funding and bootstrapping your business,
Yep.
a business plan is still just as important. Again, giving you that guidance, that guideline of where you're going. But if you want to attract investors, then obviously your business plan has a different role to play.
We know a number of people, including several of the members of the Experience Pros Network, that are involved right now in trying to get funding from either angel investors or other sources. And you really do have to have your ducks in a row. And, you think, well, gosh, it's such a big thing to have to go out and get all the paperwork all lined up and all that kind of stuff. Well, it's not a big thing if you have a business plan, because your business plan should be a working document. It shouldn't be the book sitting on the shelf collecting dust. It should be your roadmap. I like the word.
Yeah, it should be.
Yep.
It typically isn't, but it should be.
Let's
right?
talk about that company profile for a second. That's your history, right? That's your story.
It is. And if you're, are you solving a problem? What are you solving for? Where do you come, what's your background and your history? A lot of times people buy into the people. Yes, we've got a concept. I mean, you've watched Shark Tank, right?
Sure.
And they've got some business plans, but more importantly, they're investing in the person, their story, their history, their passion, their drive, because there's going to be some tough days ahead. Are you in love with this enough to stick to it?
Yeah.
Do you have something tying you to the mission and the value of what it is that you're doing? Or were you just like in the shower one day and had an idea and kind of sort of if it works, we might run with it. And so think about your story. Think about how invested you are in the company and how invested your company is going to be in the community.
And remember, your investors aren't just the people who want to pay and support and finance your project, but they're also people looking for a profit. They're also your customers. And if you want to get really deep, they're also your staff, your employees, because they're the first line of your customers. And if they don't buy in, you're dead in the water.
Right. And in your business plan, I mean, investors want to make sure that your business is going to make money.
Clearly.
So make sure that you're documenting all aspects of your business, from your expenses, your cash flow, future projections. Also, don't forget what they call seemingly minor details, like your location strategy and your licensing agreements. All the details, all in one fabulous place. I know we work with C-Squared Computer Consulting, and they would put together a document or a binder for you for all your IT, all your passwords and all your softwares and all your
updates and renewals.
All in one place. So if you ever needed to make any changes, your business plan, like Eric said, it is a working document. It's not the kind of thing you just create once and stick on a shelf. It's pretty fluid.
So let's talk a little bit about your marketing plan. For your existing products? Are you going to enter new territories for your company? Boost sales in a particular product, market, or price range? Where's that business going to come from? Be specific. And then there's even more.
Right. Cross-selling, bundling, entering into long-term contracts with desirable clients. Are you going to be able to raise prices in the future without cutting into sales figures? Launching out different products seasonally. And so all of that has to be in there. Make it adaptable based on your audience, and make sure that in your business plan, it explains why it matters.
Why do you care?
Why you care.
And why should we? It's good stuff. Thank you for bringing that. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. This is Angel and Eric, and we are KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, and this is the Experience Pros Radio Show.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Join Dave Tabor every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for Pro Business Colorado. This week, Dave will be joined by Bill Morris, founder of Blue Star Recyclers. This amazing company is staffed by many workers with autism and has 0 lost time injuries and 0 absenteeism. Then you'll hear from Tech Dry, a startup company that saves your phone or laptop when water damage occurs. So tune in Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1690 AM and catch past shows at ProBusinessColorado.com. Statistics show that a burglary mystery out of home security. Call 303-835-8100, 303-835-8100, or visit prosecalarm.com. That's PROSEC alarm.com. Get a free home security camera system or up to 4 months of free monitoring with new account activation.
You've heard of the show Shark Tank, but you need to be aware of the real sharks out there. To grow your business, you need money yesterday, but the banks aren't helping. Hard money lending is the answer, but look out. There are sharks in the water. Attorney and CPA Steve Replin will help you navigate the waters, avoid the sharks, and best of all, get you the money. Check out That's 303-322-7919.
Stock markets go up and go down. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday morning at 10 on Denver's Money Talk. Are you worried about the markets? How will you protect your assets? With recent stock market volatility, where should your money be now? Call me today and schedule a complimentary stress test of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created stronger air, and helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
What's for dinner?
You're exhausted after a long day at work and a heck of a commute. The last thing you want to do is cook a meal. You need Chef Curry's Cuisine. Chef Curry's Cuisine can make family dinner fun again by preparing home